Right, shalom, shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Waharakah Kodash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and honors to you brothers out there in the highways and the byways, teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. And this is John 14 and 16 that says, and I will pray, it's Yahushai speaking, I will pray the Father, and he shall give you another comforter, that he may abide with you forever, even the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, because it seeth him not, neither knoweth him, but ye know him, for he dwelleth with you and shall be in you. Right? That's what we have received, right? The Spirit of truth. Now, it's not the spirit of emotion, it's the Spirit of truth. And sometimes the truth doesn't gel well with your emotions. But that's a you problem. You got to deal with that. Now, what I want to talk about today is there are going to be Israelites that don't fit the particular archetype of that particular tribe. They might fit the archetype of a different tribe of Israel, and uncomfortably, they might fit the archetype of another nation. And even more uncomfortable, they might fit the archetype of the devil, Esau, Edom. Meaning you're going to get Israelites that look like Edomites, that look like Moabites, that look like Ammonites. They fit those particular archetypes. All right. And it's a hard thing. But if you're a spiritual and you deal with truth, you have to accept it and trust in the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right. And that's what it comes down to. You got to humble yourself and trust in the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Do we like the image and the archetype of our enemy Esau? Hell no. But there's going to be members of the elect that bear that image. And so you got to be spiritual. All right. Now, I use the word archetype. So, archetype, it says a very typical example of a certain person or thing. So, what is a typical example of, let's say, for instance, a Judite? When you think of a Judite, what do you think about? That's what you think about, right? John Shaft, the afro hair, the melanin, particular type of nose structures, the color of the eyes. Generally, this is the archetype you think of when you think of a Judite, right? When and the same thing, I'm sure you could think of someone that is a typical Mexican or so-called Issachar or typical Gad, or your archetype, right? The majority, the certain characteristics that the majority share, whereby they are identified by in general. That's an archetype, but everybody don't fit an archetype, or everybody don't necessarily fit the archetype of what they actually are. This is just a fact. Like, for instance, let's give an example of another archetype. This Donnie right here. Hold on. This Donnie right here, right? Right? This is the archetype of an Edomite. Right? When you think of an Edomite, this would fit into what you expect to see. Yeah, Edomite. Okay? But I'm going to tell you that you're going to have even members of other nations that look like this. You're going to get people that look like this that are actually Moabites. You're going to get people that look like this that are actually Hamites. because of certain intermingling and intermixing, a person may end up bearing the image of an archetype which is not the original image of their own people. All right. Even it breaks down to even a family level. Like my mother's side of the family, they have a certain features that's different to my dad's side of the family. My dad's side of the family, you got mainly a lot of dark skinned people with a particular type of nose. They look a certain way. My mother's side of the family, a little bit more light skinned. The men are taller. The women are still short, but the men are taller, and they have a certain high cheekbones. A lot of them have got bubble eyes. you know, them bubble eyes. You know, they have an archetype, so people will look at them and say, "Oh yeah, me know your people." Them, you know what I mean? People from Rongso and Dongso have a certain look. People from Upso have a certain look. Yeah, it happens because when you're close knit, you tend to share certain characteristics. You look at certain people like Nigerians will have a certain you can kind of say that guy's Nigerian and that guy's Ghanaian. But I remember I've had it where a guy looked Ghanaian but he's Nigerian. All right, but people generally know what they expect to see when they think of a Nigerian, especially if you've been around them. You know what you expect to see when you think of a Ghanaian, because there's a certain archetype which comes with certain people and family groups. But the archetype you look at might not necessarily be who you are. It's just a fact. All right? You're going to get Israelites that look like this guy, and nobody likes that. Of course you don't, but it's just a fact. Okay? At the end of the day, while your image may be a very strong clue to your identity, it is not the end all and be all of your identity. The end all and be all of your identity is your lineage by your father. All right, this is Numbers 1 and 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigree after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward by their polls. So your pedigree is determined by your father's lineage. Right? So while your image, right, may bear the archetype of your fathers, it might not necessarily be the case. But what truly identifies you is your lineage, right? The image is not 100% thing, because you're gonna have Edomites. Let's talk about that. You're gonna have Edomites. You're gonna have Edomites that look like this. They bear the archetype of Judah, and that's the tares, right? But guess what? The Lord knows who the tares are. He knows who everyone is. There's not gonna be no confusion, all right, in the spirit, because all things is known of the Lord. You might not know, but the Lord knows, and all things are going to be fulfilled accordingly, which I'm going to get into in a bit. All right. Now let's get to the example that I ran across, right? Because you see, you get these Israelite groups, and like IUCBK and them, man. And I don't know if IUIC have changed their tune. I think they have, but they used to be getting on the apostles and elders. Everyone used to be getting on us because we say there's going to be Israelites that look like the so-called white man, and making a big deal out of it like it's just not facts. It is what it is. It's not nothing to get emotional about. That's why you got to be spiritual. Lest you find yourself to fight against the spirit because you're being emotional, you're being carnal. All right. Now, the image you're looking at here on your screen is on the left at the top, Big Rio Ferdinand, yeah? 18 million pound signing back in the day. I believe that was a record signing back in the day from West Ham. It was West Ham, right? Yeah, I'm sure that he was part of the Hammers setup. From West Ham to Man United, yeah. For 18 million. One of the first, well, not one of the first, but he was known for being a ball playing centre back, which nowadays that's all they want. They want these ball playing centre backs. It's gone a bit too far for me. Some of these men are ball playing centre backs, but they forgot how to be a centre back. Man can't even defend. But right, he was good with his feet. He could pass. All right, he was pass. He was quick along the deck. He was tall. All right, not the most aggressive, but he could do his job. He one of the best defenders, man. Right, Rio Ferdinand. On the right is his wife, a Edomite looking woman. Rio, you can see Rio looks what people would call mulatto. All right, you got an Edomite looking woman. Right, I don't know what she is. We assume she's an Edomite, and she very well could be, but it's not impossible that she's not.